morning, everyone. So I have a story today, and it needs a little bit of help from you all. I'm going to ask you to become an animal in our story today, and you have 4 choices, and Tessa's going to be really excited because one of them is a cat. So, if you want to be a cat, what kind of sound does a cat make? Wow. Okay, so if you want to be a cat, you're going to make a meow sound. Can we practice that? Meow. Excellent. You could be a donkey. What does a donkey say? Hee-haw. Oh, you're so good at this. Okay, you could be a donkey. You could be a dog, but not like a little yappy yappy dog. You need to be a big dog, like a woof 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 dog. Can we do that? Woof woof woof. Excellent. Or you can be a rooster. What does a rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Excellent. All right, so pick one. You can't be all 4. Pick one in your head. So raise your hand if you're going to be a donkey. All right, a couple donkeys. Excellent. Raise your hand if you're going to be a dog. Nice. A cat. A lot of cats. Or a rooster. Wonderful. Very even. I love it. You've sorted yourselves nicely. Okay. Here's our story. It's from the Brothers Grimm. It's a Grimm fairy tale, but it's one of those that's not super common, but you may have heard it before. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who had a donkey. And the donkey had grown old and wasn't able to pull the cart as well anymore. And so the farmer decided that he was going to stop feeding the donkey, and the donkey would die. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Now, the donkey got wind of this. He figured it out, and so he decided to run away because he had a lovely voice. The donkey would say, "Where are my donkeys? Hee-haw." And he believed that he could go to Brementown and become a musician. So the donkey got on the road and started to walk to Brementown, and on his way, he saw a dog that looked really scrawny, was all curled up by the side of the road. And the donkey said to the dog, "My dog friend, what is wrong?" And the dog said, "Oh, I have grown so old that I can't hunt anymore. My nose doesn't work the way it did, and I can't scent to hunt. And my owner has sent me away. I have no way to find food. I have no way to survive." And the donkey said, "Let me hear you bark." And the dog barked. Oh, nice. And the donkey said, "That is beautiful. You can join my band. We are going to Brementown, and we will be musicians." So the dog hopped up, and he followed the donkey. And along the way, they met a cat. The cat was meowing mournfully. Can we meow mournfully? Oh, yes, so sad. And the donkey said, "My cat friend, what is wrong?" And the cat said, "Oh, I have grown too old to hunt for mice. All I want to do is curl up on the rug next to the fire. But my people have told me they will drown me if I don't hunt for mice." Goodness, I know, goodness gracious. So the cat left home, and the donkey said, "Well, you have a lovely singing voice. You should join us. We are going to Brementown to be musicians." So the cat joined the donkey and the dog. And then along the way, they met up with a rooster. The rooster was crying, "Cock-a-doodle-doo! Oh, woe is me," said the rooster. "I am going to be turned into soup tomorrow." The animal said, "Well, that can't happen. Why don't you join us? You can add a beautiful sound to our musician troupe." So the rooster joined the cat and the dog and the donkey. Now, it was a long way to Brementown, so they had to stop in the woods overnight. They settled in, the donkey and the dog settled down at the base of a tree, cuddled up together. The cat climbed into the branches, felt safer up there, and slept there. And the rooster flew to the top of the tree and noticed, not far away, there was a light. And the rooster called down to her friends, and she said, "I think there's a house nearby. Maybe we can find food and shelter," because the animals were tired and cold and hungry. So they went to the house. And they looked in the window. The donkey put his hooves up on the side of the house, and the dog climbed on top, and the cat climbed on top of the dog, and the rooster climbed on top of the cat and was able to look in the window. And inside the house, they saw a group of robbers who had all kinds of things that they had stolen and tons of food, and they were laughing about all the people they had stolen from. Now, the animals decided that this was not very nice, and they decided to give the robbers a little scare. So all together, they began to sing. And it made such a commotion that the robbers were terrified. They thought there were ghosts in the house, and they ran out screaming. So the animals, they went into the house, and they ate the food, and they settled down beside the warm fire for the night. Now, one of the robbers, he thought, you know what? Maybe we left too hastily. Maybe there aren't really ghosts. We were just imagining things. Who knows what that sound was, but he decided to go back. So he crept back into the house. And when he opened the door, he saw two round, glowing, balls. And he thought they were coals from the fire. So he went over to restart the fire with the coals. And when he reached his hand out, he got a scratch across the face because those glowing balls were the eyes of the cat. And the robber stepped backwards, and he stepped on the dog who bit his leg. And then he went running out, and the donkey was waiting in the yard to kick him further into the woods. Meanwhile, the whole time, the rooster is yelling from the top of the house, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. Well, the robber went running back to the other robbers, and he said, you will not believe what happened to me. I went into the house, and there was a witch with long fingernails who scratched me in the face. And there was a man with a knife who cut my leg. And then there was a giant with a club in the yard, and he hit me with his club. And the whole time, the devil himself was on top of the roof yelling, bring the scoundrel here! Bring the scoundrel here! And the robbers never went back to the house. And it is said that to this day, the animals, the merry band of animals, still live there. Thank you for listening to my story this morning.